Now, I had to make this into a part 2 because my camera ran out like 5 seconds before I was going to make my point. But in the other video, I started to say, and this was in the end of the video, 3 seconds more I needed. I was talking about how a lot of people said that these vacuums were bad when I'm sure they've never even used one. And I want to put a point out there, a really good point. I have used about every single vacuum out on the market. I've used Dyson, I've used Kirby, just about every single generation of a Kirby, I've used it. New bagless vacuums, everything from $400, $500 Dysons and Phantoms, down to $78 or $80 Bissell Power Glides, which they discontinued that. Let me tell you, if you ever get the chance to buy a Bissell Power Glide, even if it's used, buy it, buy it, buy it. That was one of the best vacuums I ever had. But I want to put a point out there. Like I said, I've used everything in every price range. If somebody came up to me and either said, I will give you all the money in the world for this one Hoover Elite, I wouldn't do it. They said I could give you every vacuum ever made if you give me this one Hoover Elite. I would not do it. Because it's such a tremendous cleaner. And you know what, we had to move all the furniture around in here, because as you can see from my previous videos, we had the Christmas tree like right there. We had that exercise bike in there. It was sitting right here on the chair, and the stool was already there, so there was no way to get around other than a space like from the vacuum to my hand like that big. So only I could fit through that space, and I had to lift the vacuum. And I want to show you something. This is the best part about that Elite. This one is pretty heavy because it uses so much plastic. This is some plastic, and then the cloth bag takes up most of this space. Watch this. Now I can hold this above my head. The handle is above my head. Okay? That's where the floor head is. I can lift that high to get it over stuff. And the other day, I was cleaning right in here, and I was like this, cleaning with it. Here, I'll show you. I was cleaning with it like this, and I was kind of pinned in here, and actually this was over more, and this was in here, it was the love seat. And so I picked it up really quick, put it over here, and went on vacuuming. And that's all you have to do with these. They're simple, they're fast, they're easy, they're light. And I can tell you one thing. If you get the chance at a garage sale to buy a vacuum that says Hoover Elite on it, I don't care what generation, as long as it's not this new junk like this that's going to break on you. It cleans great, but you know what? I'm going to have to deal with getting it fixed under my 4-year extended warranty all the time. This, again, I said in the last video, belt was replaced, that was the biggest thing. Headlight and the bag are the only other things we've replaced on this. If you get a chance to buy one of these older Elites, if it says Hoover Elite on the front, I can personally guarantee it will be one of the best vacuums you will ever use in your life. And I'll stand behind that. I found things as good as this. Very few. I'll name a few. The Bissell Power Glide, any of the Phantom series of vacuums, except the ones that they made right before Europro bought them out when they went bankrupt. So don't get the Wildcat Phantom. And don't get any of the Phantom Crosswind series. Don't get the new Westing. You can get the Westinghouse ones if you can find them, because those were the original Phantom design. If you see anything new in the store that says Phantom on it, it's made by Europro over in China, not up in Canada, in North America, like the original Phantoms were. They won't perform like that. They'll have filters bigger than your head in your dust cup. And when they first came out under the Europro name, Phantom Vacuums, they weren't even bagless. They had bags in them. Phantom had been known. Phantom never had anything with a bag, ever. But I got off track there. So the Power Glide, almost any of the Phantom series vacuums, really, you know what? I think that's about it. This, I will rank up there, but I can't really personally put that guarantee in there because I've had parts break on this already. And I just think that's unacceptable after 3 months. But I can say one thing. Again, in your face Dyson, it doesn't lose suction. I vacuumed for it every day for a month, or vacuumed with it every day for a month, just to give it a good test. Filter never clogged up. I just thought, oh, I better clean it. And there was stuff. When I took out the filter, you couldn't even the pleats in there were all, they were covered in dust. You couldn't even tell it was a filter because it was so dusty. And I vacuumed it off, and I couldn't tell a difference in the suction. If you have to buy one of these, and I mean absolutely have to, buy it, because there is nothing better. And believe me, I've had everything that's out on the market right now. Pet hair eraser, that thing is a joke. It gets so much hair around its brush roll, you can make a wig. And it doesn't pick up stuff in this whole house. It doesn't pick up what this can pick up from this room.